Assalamu alaikum. Please mute your lines. Prepare your hearts and minds for prayer. Attention. Prayer.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. قل أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
I mean, all praise is due to Allah. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I thank Allah for His coming and intervention in our affairs in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever. I thank Him for the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I thank the both of them for the modern-day Jesus in our midst, our divine reminder, our divine warner, and a divine mercy among us. The final call, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I greet you in the greeting words of peace and paradise in our original language of Arabic of Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30 Qur'ānic Read and Podcast. We began the call this morning by Allah's permission at 5:30 a.m. with the music mix titled Love to Redeem Our People. All praise is truly due to Allah. We are grateful to each and every reader and those who have joined on to the call. Today we will be reading Part 15. Part 15 begins with Surah 17, Ayat 1, and goes all the way through to Surah 18, Ayat 74. Once again, today we will begin reading Part 15. Part 15 begins with Surah 17, Ayat 1, and goes all the way through to Surah 18, Ayat 74. Our brother Fatir will begin our read. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah.
Part 15, Surah 17, Daniel, Israel, the Israelites. Section 1, Ayat 1 through 10. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Glory to him who carried his servant by night from the sacred mosque to the remote mosque, whose precincts we bless, that we might show him of our signs. Surely he is the hearing, the seeing. And we gave Moses the book and made it a guidance to the children of Israel, saying, take no guardian besides me. The offspring of those who we bore with Noah. Surely he was a grateful servant. And we made known to the children of Israel in the book, certainly you will make mischief in the land twice, and behave instantly with mighty arrogance. So when of the two the first warning came to pass, we raised against you our servants of mighty prowess, so they made havoc in your houses, and it was an accomplished threat. Then we gave you back the turn against them, and aided you with wealth and children, and made you a numerous band. If you do good, you do good for your own souls, and if you do evil, it is for them. So when the second warning came, we raised another people, that they might bring you to grief, and that they might enter the mosque as they entered it in the first time, and that they might destroy whatever they conquered with utter destruction. It may be that your Lord will have mercy on you, and if you return to mischief, we will return to punishment, and we have made hell a prison for the disbelievers. Surely this Qur'an guides to that which is most upright, and gives good news to the believers who do good, that there is a great reward, and that those who believe not in the hereafter, we have prepared for them a painful chastisement.
Part 15, Bani Israel, the Israelites, Surah 17, Section 2, every deed has a consequence, Ayats 11 through 22. And man prays for evil as he ought to pray for good, and man is ever hasty. And we made the night and the day two signs. Then we have made the sign of the night to pass away, and we have made the sign of the day manifest, so that you may seek grace from your Lord, and that you may know the numbering of years and the reckoning. And we have explained everything with distinctness. And we have made every man's actions to cling to his neck. And we shall bring forth to him on the day of resurrection a book which he will find wide open. Read thy book. Thine own soul is sufficient as a reckoner against thee this day. Whoever goes aright, for his own soul does he go aright. And whoever goes astray, to its detriment only does he go astray. And no bearer of a burden can bear the burden of another, nor do we chastise until we raise a messenger. And when we wish to destroy a town, we send commandments to its people who lead easy lives. But they transgress therein, thus the word proves true against it. So we destroy it with utter destruction. And how many generations did we destroy after Noah? And thy Lord suffices as being aware and seer of his servants' sins. Whoso desires this transitory life, we hasten to him therein what we please for whomsoever we desire. Then we assign to him the hell. He will enter it despised, driven away. And whoso desires the hereafter, and strives for it as he ought to strive, and he is a believer, those are they whose striving is amply rewarded. All do we aid, these as well as those, out of the bounty of thy Lord, and the bounty of thy Lord is not limited. See how we have made some of them to excel others, and certainly the hereafter is greater in degrees and greater in excellence. Associate not any other God with Allah, lest thou sit down despised, forsaken.
Part 15, Ayat 23. And thy Lord has decreed that you serve none but him, and do good to parents. If either or both of them reach old age with thee, say not fie to them, and nor chide them, and speak to them a generous word, and lower to them the wing of humility out of mercy, and say, my Lord, have mercy on them, as they brought me up when I was little. Your Lord knows best what is in your mind. If you are righteous, he is surely forgiven to those who turn to him and give to the near of kin his due, and to the needy and the wayfarer, and squander not wastefully. Surely the squanderers are the devil's brethren, and the devil is ever ungrateful to his Lord. And if thou turn away from them to seek mercy from thy Lord, which thou hopest for, speak to them a gentle word, and make not thy hand to be shackled to thy neck, nor stretch it forth to the utmost limit of the stretching forth, lest thou sit down blamed, stripped off. Surely thy Lord makes plentiful the means of subsistence for who he pleases, and he straightens. Surely he is ever aware, seer of his servants.
Part 15, Surah 17, the Israelites, Section 4, Moral Precepts, Ayats 31 through 40. And kill not your children for fear of poverty. We provide for them and for you. Surely the killing of them is a great wrong. And go not nigh to fornication. Surely it is an obscenity, and evil is the way. And kill not the soul which Allah has forbidden except for a just cause. And whoever is slain unjustly, we have indeed given to his heir authority, and let him not exceed the limit in slaying. Surely he will be helped. And draw not nigh to the orphan's property, except in a goodly way, till he attains his maturity, and fulfill the promise. Surely the promise will be inquired into. And give full measure when you measure out, and weigh with a true balance. This is fair and better in the end. And follow not that of which thou hast no knowledge. Surely the hearing, and the sight, and the heart, all of these it will be asked. And go not about in the land exultingly, for thou canst not rend the earth, nor reach the mountains in height. All this, the evil thereof, is hateful in the sight of thy Lord. This is of the wisdom which thy Lord has revealed to thee, and associate not any other God with Allah, lest thou be thrown into hell, blamed, and cast away. Has then your Lord preferred to give you sons, and for himself taken daughters from among the angels? Surely you utter a grievous saying.
Part 15, Surah 17, Bani Israel, the Israelites. Section 5, Disbelievers Grow Harder, Ayats 41 to 52. And certainly we have repeated warnings in this Qur'an that they may be mindful, and it adds not save to their aversion. Say, if there were with him gods, as they say, then certainly they would have been able to seek a way to the Lord of the throne. Glory to him, and he is the highly exalted above what they say. The seven heavens and the earth and those in them declare his glory, and there is not a single thing but glorifies him with his praise. But you do not understand their glorification. Surely he is forgiving. And when thou recitest the Qur'an, we place between thee and those who believe not in the hereafter a hidden barrier. And we put coverings on their hearts and a deafness in their ears, lest they understand it. And when thou makest mention of thy Lord alone in the Qur'an, they turn their backs in aversion. We know best what they listen to when they listen to thee, and when they take counsel secretly, when the wrongdoers say, you follow only a man deprived of reason. See what they liken thee low, liken thee to. So they have gone astray and cannot find the way. And they say, when we are bones and decayed particles, shall we then be raised up as a new creation? Say, be stones or iron, or some other creature of those which are too hard to receive life in your minds. But they will say, who will return us? Say, he who created you at first. Still they will shake their heads at thee and say, when will it be? Say, maybe it has drawn nigh. On the day when he will call you forth, then will you obey him, giving him praise, and you will think that you tarried but a little while.
Part 15, Surah 17, the Israelites, Section 6, Punishment Must Follow, Ayat 53 through 60. And say to my servants that they speak what is best. Surely the devil sows dissensions among them. The devil is surely an open enemy to man. Your Lord knows you best. He will have mercy on you if he please, or he will chastise you if he please. And we have not sent thee as being in charge of them. And thy Lord best knows those who are in the heavens and the earth, and certainly we made some of the prophets to excel others, and to David we gave the Zabur. Say, call on those whom you assert besides him. They have no power to remove distress from you, nor to change. Those whom they call upon themselves seek the means of access to their Lord, whoever of them is nearest, and they hope for his mercy and fear his chastisement. Surely the chastisement of thy Lord is a thing to be cautious of, and there is not a town but we will destroy it before the day of resurrection, or chastise it with a severe chastisement that is written in the book. And nothing hindered us from sending signs, but the ancients rejected them, and we gave to Thalmud, the she-camel, a manifest sign, but they did her wrong, and we sent not signs but to warn. And when we said to thee, surely thy Lord encompasses men, and we made not the vision which we showed thee but a trial for men, as also the tree cursed in the Qur'an, and we warned them, but it only adds to their great inordinacy. Part 15, Surah 17, The Israelites, Section 7, The Devil's Opposition to the Righteous, Ayats 61 through 70. And when we said to the angels, "Be submissive to Adam," they submitted, except Iblis. He said, "Shall I submit to him whom thou hast created of dust?" He said, "Seest thou? This is he whom thou hast honored above me. If thou respite me to the day of resurrection, I will certainly cause his progeny to perish except a few." He said, "Be gone. Whoever of them follows thee, surely hell is your recompense, a full recompense. And incite whom thou canst of them with thy voice, and collect against them thy horse and thy foot, and share with them in wealth and children, and promise them, and the devil promises them only to deceive. My servants, thou hast surely no authority over them, and thy Lord suffices as having charge of affairs. Your Lord is he who speeds the ships for you in the sea, that you may seek of his grace. Surely he is ever merciful to you. And when distress afflicts you in the sea, away, subhanAllah, and when distress afflicts you in the sea, away go those whom you call on except he. But when he brings you safe to land, you turn away, and man is ever ungrateful. Do you then feel secure that he will not bring you low on a track of land, or send you on a violent wind? Then you will not find a protector for yourselves. Or do you feel secure that he will not take you back into it another time, then send on you a fierce gale, and thus overwhelm you for your ungratefulness? Then you will not find any aider against us in the matter. And surely we have honored the children of Adam, and we carry them in the land and the sea, and we provide them with good things, and we have made them to excel highly most of those whom we have created.
Part 15, Surah 17, The Israelites, Section 8, Opposition of the Prophet, Ayat 71 to 77. On the day when we shall call every people with their leader, then whoever is given this book in his right hand, these will read their book, and they will not be dealt with a whit unjustly. And whoever is blind in this world, he will be blinded in the hereafter, and further away from the path. And surely they had proposed to thee away, to turn thee away from that which we have revealed to thee, that thou shouldest forge against us other than that, and then they would have taken thee for a friend. And if we had not made thee firm, thou mightest have indeed inclined to them a little. Then we would have made thee taste a double punishment in life and a double punishment after death. And then thou wouldest not have found any helper against us. And surely they proposed to unsettle thee from the land, that they might expel thee from it, and then they will not tarry after thee but a little. This is our way with our messengers, whom we sent before thee, and thou wilt not find a change in our course.
Part 15, Surah 17, The Israelites, Section 9, Truth Will Prevail, Ayat 78 through 84. Keep up prayer from the climbing of the sun to the darkness of the night, and the recital of the Qur'an at dawn. Surely the recital of the Qur'an at dawn is witness. And during a part of the night, keep awake by it beyond what is incumbent on thee. Maybe thy Lord will raise thee to a position of great glory, and say, my Lord, make me enter a truthful entering, and make me go forth a truthful going forth, and grant me from thy presence and authority to help me. And say, the truth has come, and falsehood vanished. Surely falsehood is ever bound to vanish. And we reveal of the Qur'an that which is a healing and a mercy to the believers, and it adds only to the perdition of the wrongdoers. And we bestow favors on man who turns away and behaves proudly, and when evil afflicts him, he is in despair. Say, everyone acts according to his manner, but your Lord best knows who is guided on the path.
Part 15, Bani Israel, Surah 17, the Israelites, Section 10, Ayah 85 through 93. The Qur'an, a unique guidance. And they ask thee about the revelation. Say, the revelation is by the commandment of my Lord, and of knowledge you are given but a little. And if we please, we could certainly take away that which we have revealed to thee. And thou wouldest find none to plead thy cause against us. But it is a mercy from thy Lord. Surely his bounty to thee is abundant. Say, man and jinn should combine together to bring the like of this Quran. They could not bring the like of it, though some of them were aiders of others. And certainly we have made clear for men in this Quran every kind of description. But most men consent to not saying denying. And they say, we will by no means believe in thee till thou cause a spring to gush from the earth for us. Or thou have a garden of palms and grapes in the midst of which thou cause rivers to flow forth abundantly. Or thou cause the heaven to come down upon us in pieces, as thou thinkest, or bring the law and the angels face to face with us. Or thou have a house of gold, or thou ascendest into heaven, and we will not believe in thy ascending till thou bring down to us a book we can read. Say, glory to my Lord, am I aught but a mortal messenger?
Part 15, Surah 17, the Israelites, Section 11, Justice of Retribution, Ayats 94 through 100. And nothing prevents people from believing when the guidance comes to them, except that they say, has Allah raised up a mortal to be a messenger? Say, had there been in the earth angels walking about secure, we would have sent down to them from the heaven an angel as a messenger. Say, Allah suffices for a witness between me and you. Surely he is ever aware of his servants, seeing. And he whom Allah guides, he is on the right path. And he whom he leaves in error, for them thou wilt find no guardians besides him. And we shall gather them together on the day of resurrection on their faces, blind and dumb and deaf. Their abode is hell. Whenever it abates, we make them burn the more. This is their retribution because they disbelieve in our messages and say, when we are bones and decayed particles, shall we then be raised up into a new creation? See they not that Allah, who created the heavens and the earth, is able to create the like of them? And he has appointed for them a term, whereof there is no doubt, but the wrongdoers consent to naught but denying. Say, if you control the treasures of the mercy of thy Lord, then you would withhold them for fear of spending, and man is ever niggardly.
Part 15, Surah 17, Bani Israel, the Israelites. Section 12, Comparison with Moses. Ayats 101 through 111. And certainly we gave Moses 9 clear signs. So ask the children of Israel, When he came to them, Pharaoh said to him, Surely I deem thee, O Moses, to be one bewitched. He said, Truly thou knowest that none but the Lord of the heavens and the earth has sent these as clear proofs. And surely I believe thee, O Pharaoh, to be lost. So he desired to scare them from the land, but we drowned him and those with him altogether. And we said to the children of Israel after him, Abide in the land. But when the latter promise came, we brought you all rolled up. And with truth have we revealed it, and with truth did it come. And we have not sent thee but as a giver of good news and as a warner. And it is a Qur'an we have made distinct, so that thou mayest read it to the people by slow degrees, and we have revealed it in portions. Say, believe in it or believe not. Surely those who are given the knowledge before it fall down prostrate on their faces when it is recited to them, and say, Glory to our Lord. Surely the promise of our Lord was to be fulfilled. And they fall down on their faces weeping, and it adds to their humility, prostration. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So, say, call on Allah or call on the Beneficent by whatever name you call on him. He has the best names. And utter not thy prayer loudly, nor but be silent in it, and seek a way between these. And say, Praise be to Allah, who has not taken to himself a son, and who has not a partner in the kingdom, and who has not a helper because of weakness, and proclaim his greatness, magnifying him.
Part 15, Surah 18, The Cave. Section 1, A Warning to the Christians, Ayats 1 through 12. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Praise be to Allah, who revealed the book to his servant and allowed not therein any crookedness, brightly directing to give warning of severe punishment from him, and to give good news to the believers who do good, that theirs is a goodly reward, staying in it forever, and to warn those who say, Allah has taken to himself a son. They have no knowledge of it, nor had their fathers. Grievous is the word that comes out of their mouths. They speak nothing but a lie. Then maybe thou wilt kill thyself with grief, sorrowing after them, if they believe not in this announcement. Surely we have made whatsoever is on the earth an embellishment for it, so that we may try which of them is best in works. And we shall surely make what is on it dust without herbage. Or thinkest thou that the companions of the cave and the inscription were of our wonderful signs? When the youth sought refuge in the cave, they said, Our Lord, grant us mercy from thyself, and provide for us a right course in our affair. So we prevented them from hearing in the cave for a number of years. Then we raised them up, that we might know which of the two parties were best able to calculate the time for which they remained.
Well, 15, Surah 18, Al-Kahf, the Cave, Section 2, Ayat 13 through Ayat 17, the dwellers in the cave. We relate to thee their story, which surely they were youth who believed in their Lord, and we increased them in guidance. And we strengthened their hearts, and they stood up and said, Our Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth. We call upon no God besides him, for then indeed we should utter enormity. These are people who have taken gods besides him. Why do they not bring clear authority for them? Who is then more unjust than he who forges a lie against the law? And when you withdraw from them, and what they worship save Allah, take refuge in the cave. Your Lord will spread forth for you of his mercy and provide for you a profitable course in your affairs. And thou mightest see the sun when it rose decline from the cave to the right, and when it set, leave them behind on the left, while they were in a wide space thereof. This is the signs of Allah. He whom Allah guides, he is on the right way, and whom he leads in error, thou wilt not find for him a friend to guide aright.
Part 15, Surah 18, the cave, Section 3, the dwellers in the cave, Ayat 18 to 22. And thou mightest think them awake while they were asleep, and we turned them about to the right and to the left, with their dog outstretching its paws at the entrance. If thou didst look at them, thou wouldst turn back from them in flight, and thou wouldst be filled with awe because of them. And thus did we rouse them that they might question each other. A speaker from among them said, How long have you tarried? They said, We have tarried for a day or a part of a day. Others said, Your Lord knows best how long you have tarried. Now send one of you with this silver coin of yours to the city. Then let him see what food is dearest, and bring you provision from it. And let him behave with gentleness, and not make your case known to anyone. For if they prevail against you, they would stone you to death or force you back to their religion, and then you would never succeed. And thus did we make men to get knowledge of them, that they might know that Allah's promise is true, and that the hour, there is no doubt about it. When they disputed among themselves about their affair, and said, Erect an edifice over them, their Lord knows best about them. Those who prevailed in their affair said, We shall certainly build a place of worship over them. Some say they were 3, the fourth of them their dog, and others say 5, the 6 of them their dog, making conjectures about the unseen. And others say 7, and the 8th of them their dog. Say, My Lord knows their number, none knows them but a few. So contend not in their matter, but with an outward contention, and question not any of them concerning them.
Part 15, Surah 18, Al-Kahf, the Cave, Section 4, the Qur'an as a Guidance, Ayats 23 through 31. And say not of anything, I will do that tomorrow, unless Allah please. And remember thy Lord when thou forgettest, and say, Maybe my Lord will guide me to a nearer course to the right than this. And they remained in their cave 300 years, and they add 9. Say, Allah knows best how long they remained. His is the unseen of the heavens and the earth. How clear his sight and his hearing. There is no guardian for them besides him, and he associates none in his judgment. And recite that which has been revealed to thee of the book of thy Lord. There is none who can alter his words, and thou wilt find no refuge besides him. And keep thyself with those who call on their Lord morning and evening, desiring his good will,
And let not thine eyes pass from them, desiring the beauties of this world's life, and follow not him whose heart we have made unmindful of our remembrance, and he follows his low desires, and his case exceeds due bounds. And say, the truth is from your Lord, so let them who believe, subhanAllah, and say, the truth is from your Lord, so let him who please believe, and let him who please disbelieve. Surely we have prepared for the iniquitous a fire, and an enclosure of which will encompass them. And if they cry for water, they are given water like molten brass, scalding their faces, evil the drink, and ill the resting place. As for those who believe and do good, we waste not the reward of him who does good work. These it is for whom our gardens of perpetuity wherein flow rivers. They are adorned therein with bracelets of gold, and they wear green robes of fine silk and thick brocade, reclining therein on raised couches. Excellent the recompense, and goodly the resting place.
Part 15, Surah 18, Al-Kahf, the cave. Section 5, a parable, ayats 32 through 44. And set forth to them the parable of two men. For one of them we made 2 gardens of grapevines, and we surrounded them with date palms, and between them we made cornfields. Both these gardens yielded their fruits, and failed not in aught thereof, and we caused a river to gush forth in their midst. And he had fruit. So he said to his companion, while he argued with him, I have greater wealth than thou, and am mightier in followers. And he went into his garden while he was unjust to himself. He said, I think not that this will ever perish, and I think not the hour will come. And even if I am returned to my Lord, I will certainly find a returning place better than this. His companion said to him, while arguing with him, disbelievest thou in him who created thee of dust, then of a small life germ? Then he made thee a perfect man? But as for me, he, Allah, is my Lord, and I associate none with my Lord. And wherefore didst thou not say, when thou enterest thy garden, it is as Allah has pleased, and there is no power save in Allah. If thou consider me as less than thee in wealth and children, then maybe my Lord will give me better than thy garden, and will send on thine a reckoning from heaven, so that it is dust without plant, or its water will sink down into the ground, so that thou art unable to find it. And his fruit was destroyed. So he began to wring his hands for what he had spent on it, while it lay waste, its roofs falling down. And he said, Ah me! Would that I had ascribed no partners to my Lord, and he had no host to help him against Allah, nor could he defend himself. Thus, protection is only Allah's, the true one. He is best to reward and best in requiting.
Part 15, Surah 18, the cave. Section 6, the guilty are brought to judgment. Ayats 45 to 49. And set forth to them the parable of the life of this world as water which we send down from the cloud, For the herbage of the earth becomes luxuriant thereby, then it becomes dry, broken into pieces, which the winds scatter. And Allah is the holder of power over all things. Wealth and children are an adornment of the life of this world, but the ever-abiding, the good works, are better with thy Lord in reward and better in hope. And the day when we cause the mountains to pass away, and thou seest the earth a level plain, and we gather them together and leave none of them behind. And they are brought before thy Lord in ranks. Now certainly you have come to us as we created you at first. Nay, you thought that we had not made an appointment for you. And the book is placed, and thou seest the guilty, fearing for what is in it, and they say, O woe to us! What a book is this! It leaves out neither a small thing nor a great one, but numbers them all, and they find what they did confronting them, and thy Lord wrongs not any one.
Part 15, Surah 18, Al-Kahf, the Cave, Section 7, Their Helplessness. Ayats 50 through 53. And when we said to the angels, make submission to Adam, they submitted except Iblis. He was of the jinn, so he transgressed the commandment of their Lord. Will you then take him and his offspring for friends rather than me, and they are your enemies? Evil is the exchange for the unjust. I made them not to witness the creation of the heavens and the earth, nor their own creation, nor could I take those who mislead for aiders. And one day he will say, call on those whom you consider to be my partners. So they will call on them, but they will not answer them. And we shall cause a separation between them. And the guilty will see the fire and know that they are about to fall into it, and they will find no escape from it.
Part 15, Surah 18, the Cave, Section 8, Warning is disregarded, Ayat 54 through 59. And certainly we have made distinct in this Qur'an for mankind every kind of description, and man is in most things contentious. And nothing prevents men from believing when the guidance comes to them and from asking forgiveness of their Lord, but that they wait for the way of the ancients to overtake them, or that the chastisement should confront them. And we send not messengers, but as givers of good news and warning, and those who disbelieve contend with falsehood to weaken thereby the truth. And they take my messages and the warning for a mockery. And who is more unjust than he who is reminded of the messages of his Lord? Then he turns away from them and forgets what his hands have sent before. Surely we have placed veils over their hearts, lest they understand it, and a deafness in their ears. And if thou call them to the guidance, they will even then never follow the right course. And thy Lord is forgiving, full of mercy. Were he to punish them for what they earn, he would certainly hasten the chastisement for them. But for them there is an appointed time from which they will find no refuge. In these towns we destroyed them when they did wrong, and we have appointed a time for their destruction.
Part 15, Al-Kahf, Surah 18, the Cave, Section 9, Ayat 60 through Ayat 70. Section 9, Moses travels in search of knowledge. And when Moses said to his servant, I would not cease until I reached the junction of the two rivers. Otherwise, I would go on for years. So when they reached the junction of the two rivers, they forgot their fish, and it took its way into the river, being free. When they had gone further, he said to his servant, "Bring to us our morning meal. Certainly we have found fatigue in this our journey." He said, "Sawest thou when we took refuge in the rock? I forgot the fish, and none but the devil made me forget to speak of it. And it took its way into the river. What a wonder." He said, "This is what we sought for." So they returned, retracing their footsteps. Then they found one of our servants whom we had granted mercy from us, and whom we had taught knowledge from ourselves. And Moses said to him, "May I follow thee, that thou mayest teach me of the good thou hast been taught." And he said, "Thou canst not have patience with me. And how can thou have patience in that whereof thou hast not a comprehensive knowledge?" And he said, "If Allah please, thou wilt find me patient, nor shall I disobey thee in aught." And he said, "If thou wouldest follow me, question me not about aught, until I myself speak to thee about it."
Part 15, Surah 18, Al-Kahf, the cave. Section 10, Moses travels in search of knowledge. Ayat 71 through 74. So they set out until when they embarked in a boat, he made a hole in it. Moses said, "Hast thou made a hole in it to drown its occupants? Thou hast surely done a grievous thing." He said, "Did I not say that thou couldst not have patience with me?" He said, "Blame me not for what I forgot, and be not hard upon me for what I did." So they went on until when they met a boy, he slew him. Moses said, "Hast thou slain an innocent person, not guilty of slaying another? Thou hast indeed done a horrible thing." Surely Allah's word speaks the truth. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Surely Allah's word is true. All praise is due to Allah for the complete reading of Part 15. Thank you to each and every reader and those who followed along. We will close out in prayer, after which we will have brief announcements. Attention, prayer. Our Lord, punish us not if we forget or make a mistake. Our Lord, do not lay on us a burden as thou didst lay on those before us. Our Lord, impose not on us afflictions which we have not the strength to bear, and pardon us and grant us protection and have mercy on us. Thou art our patient, so grant us victory over the disbelieving people. O Allah, you are the most forgiving, and you love forgiveness, so forgive us. I mean, Surah 113, Al-Falaq, the Dawn. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Say, I seek refuge in the Lord of the Dawn, from the evil of that which He has created, and from the evil of intense darkness when it comes, and from the evil of those who cast evil suggestions and firm resolutions, and from the evil of the envier when he envies. Surah 1:14, Al-Nas, the men. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Say, I seek refuge in the Lord of men, the King of men, the God of men, from the evil of the whispering of the slinking devil who whispers into the heart of men from among the jinn and the men. Allah, there is no God but He, the ever-living, the self-subsisting, by whom all subsist. Slumber overtakes Him not, nor sleep. To Him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth. Who is He that can intercede with Him but by His permission? He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and they encompass nothing of His knowledge except what He pleases. His knowledge extends over the heavens and the earth, and the preservation of them both tires Him not, and He is the Most High, the Great. Nothing deserves to be worshipped except Allah. He is one and has no associate. His is the kingdom, and for Him is praise, and He has power over all things. O Allah, there is none who can withhold what Thou grantest, and there is none who can give what Thou withholdest, and greatness does not benefit any possessor of greatness as against Thee. All praise is due to Allah. All praise is truly due to Allah. O Allah, we beseech Your help and ask Your mercy, for we believe in You and trust in You for all that we need. We are helpers in Your cause with Your apostles. Please grant us success. I mean, all praise is due to Allah. What a beautiful, beautiful read of part 15. Thank you to each and every reader. Thank you to those who followed along. Thank you to each and every participant for everything that you do. Thank you for those who are praying for the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. Thank you for all of the hard work being done behind the scenes and in front. We are truly grateful to each and every one. Inshallah, on tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m., we will begin the call at 5:30 with a music mix or a lecture, followed at 6 a.m. by the reading of the Holy Qur'an, part 16. We are in installment number 13. That is 13 months that Allah has divinely guided this journey through the Holy Qur'an by His permission. We are truly grateful for Allah's blessing and favor on this line of the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. We are truly grateful to each and every participant. We are truly, truly grateful. Allah is truly blessing this line. We are ever so grateful to each and every participant. For those who desire to remain on the call, we will continue with the music mix lecture delivered by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, entitled Love to Redeem Our People. Once again, thank you for being part of this divinely guided journey through the Holy Qur'an. All praise is truly due to Allah. Subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah. We are truly, truly grateful. We ask that you continue to pray for the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. May Allah bless each and every one of us and the families that we represent by being present. Thank you so much to our Sister Latif for all that you're doing in the chat. You are such a welcome addition to our Sister Cheryl, to our Sister LaShawn, to our Sister Natalie, our Sister Antoinette, our Sister Maisha, our Sister LaShawn, our Brother Fatir, All praise is due to Allah. We are truly grateful to each and every one. We're grateful to our sister Miyoshi. We are grateful for each and every one. We are grateful for those who are listening to us from across the country as well as across the world. May Allah continue to bless each and every one. Continue to invite others to join on to the call. Remember, we do have the playback number as well as the podcast where you can listen to as well as view the podcast. May Allah continue to bless each and every one. Once again, thank you to everyone for being part of this divinely guided journey through the Holy Qur'an 30 and 30. Thank you to our brother Saladin 7X, our master recruiter. All praise is truly due to Allah. May Allah continue to bless. For those who desire to remain on, love to redeem our people will be played. Assalamu alaikum. You may greet one another.